Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Monica Wicki.
Yeah, and I'm Logan Rader, and this is New Mexico Living. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. The world's been kind of crazy. Let's give you an hour where you can just decompress and laugh and smile and have a good time for a little bit, right?
Hopefully at the end of the show today you've got some levity in your life.
Absolutely. All right, we got a busy show, so let's get right into things, shall we?
Absolutely. If you are looking for something to do, we've got some local events that are happening around the state. If you're trying to party like it's 1888, you should head over to the New Mexico Shrine Center on Saturday. That's because they're hosting a vintage cowboy ball. There you can enjoy a night filled with dancing, live music, classic costumes, and just cowboy spirit. There's going to be snacks and a cash bar available. If you want to check it out, it is happening Saturday, September 13th. It does begin at 7 p.m. Tickets are only $20.
Spooky season right around the corner.
I love it.
I'm already thinking about my Halloween costume, but I am also thinking about what your Halloween costume is going to be because you are an absolute Halloween icon.
Thanks.
Okay, more on that later. Or, New Mexico United fans, you have another chance to support the team this week. That's because this Saturday, September 13th, they'll be taking on FC Tulsa. It will be happening over at the Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park. The game's going to kick off at 7 p.m. If you want to check them out, you can get tickets online. And don't forget to send us your United fan pics. Go crazy. Heck, even send in a video. You got a crazy video? Send that in too. We might even show that.
It'll be a good time.
Absolutely.
All right, so a good night's sleep, it starts with the right mattress. And there's a lot to consider when it comes to finding your right fit.
Absolutely. And that is where the professionals at American Home Furniture and Mattress can help you out. Whether it's a certain comfort you're looking for or maybe just some upgraded technology in your mattress, they have an option for every sleeper.
Yeah, we went over to American Home to hear firsthand about how they're on a mission to ensure you get the rest that you need.
Sleep is a very personal thing, and everybody sleeps differently and everyone has different preferences, and so we have something for everyone here.
There are few things that get us ready for the day quite like a good night's sleep, and that quality rest starts with your mattress. And if it's time for you to upgrade your sleep experience, look no further than American Home Furniture and Mattress.
We have a huge selection in terms of the varieties of mattresses, from traditional innersprings to purple mattresses to hybrid mattresses and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Our brand selection is great. So we have Sealy mattresses, we have Stearns & Foster, we have Purple, and we have Tempur-Pedic.
But with such a wide selection, narrowing down which mattress is right for you can be intimidating. And that's where the salespeople at American Home can help you out.
We have the best salespeople in New Mexico, so they're really well trained. Many of them have been with American Home for decades. They really know their stuff, and that's important when it comes to mattresses. We do everything we can to really take out the intimidation and make it relaxing, make it even fun.
And there's a lot that goes into finding your best fit.
With mattresses, it's actually more technical than you would think. There's been a lot of studies into sleep science, and so they have all that information, and they're going to help you select the right mattress. That's going to be depending on how you like to sleep, what your room environment is, what your budget is. They're going to find the right mattress for you.
The search can start with a lot of different criteria, like understanding your sleeping habits and whether a firm mattress or a plush mattress is best suited for you.
So you want to pick the mattress that makes you feel supported, but also feel comfortable. Like if you're a side sleeper, your hips and your shoulders tend to dig into the mattress a little bit more. So having a firm mattress would create a lot of pressure points. Having something that's more plush might give you the comfort that you need. So when it comes to firm, that is just a comfort preference. And so there's comforts from firm all the way to plush and soft. And mattresses are going to be just as supportive whether they are firm or whether they are plush.
If you haven't shopped for a mattress in a while, the technology has changed dramatically.
The old-time mattresses, people think about it, I want to be able to flip my mattress. There was just traditional innersprings, and you'd flip it over, you'd rotate it. Now mattresses are built differently. They're built from the bottom up, so while you rotate it and flip it head to toe, you don't flip it over anymore.
But some mattress brands are taking their technology offerings even further.
Some of our Tempur-Pedic mattresses even have sound therapy integrated with them, where you hook them up via Bluetooth to your phone, and it will actually send soothing sound waves through your body to help relax your muscles and recover after a workout. It's pretty cool, the things that we have in mattresses these days.
It's no secret that buying a mattress is a big investment. American Home knows that. So when you find your perfect fit, they'll guarantee it.
We also have a comfort guarantee. So when you take that mattress home, you can sleep on it for at least a month, and then you're going to have time to really settle into that mattress, have a few nights of sleep under your belt, and really know if it's the right thing for you. And if it's not, you'll be able to reselect. So that takes a lot of the fear out of it, and you're protected and your money is not going to waste.
Best of all, when you buy from American Home, They'll deliver your new mattress right to you and then take your old one away, but not to a landfill.
When you buy a mattress from American Home, we haul away your old mattress and we actually recycle it. So that way you can feel good about your purchase. It's going to be doing good for the planet. And we are the only furniture store in New Mexico that's doing that. So that's I think it's a great benefit.
Whatever your budget, whatever your sleep habits, American Home Furniture and Mattress has something for you. And their top priority has been and always will be ensuring you get a great night's sleep.
When you spend the most amount of time on any piece of furniture, it's that most of that time is spent on your mattress. So you want to make sure you have the best quality mattress that you can get to support you through your 8 hours of sleep.
So I bought my mattress at American Home, and I have to say I look forward to sleeping in it every single night.
Yeah, the quality is second to none. Amazing stuff over there. They have so many options for you. The mattress, guys, of course, really does matter. And to watch that story again, head on over to KRQE.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab.
All right, now it is time for another KRQE Weather Academy. So recently, KRQE's Chief Meteorologist Grant Tosterd and our new meteorologist David Burriette went to Horizon Academy West for a Weather Academy.
Yeah,
David, I hope I said your name right.
Absolutely. And if you don't know about these weather academies, they're really, really cool, guys. Our meteorologists, like we said, get out into these schools. They make face with the kiddos. They have a whole presentation for them, telling them all about the weather here in our state, how it works, how it flows, the wind patterns, the rain, monsoon season, a lot to cover. And they have their whole presentations. Kids get to ask a bunch of questions, and then they get a certificate at the end. Just an amazing, amazing initiative right here.
It is an amazing initiative, and all of our meteorologists here at KRQE have such a passion for the weather. They're so good at what they do, and I just love to watch these videos, to watch them really interact with the youth here in Albuquerque and the greater metro area, like just expanding on their curiosities, answering their questions. Grant also, too, he's got a new weather show on CTV, which is our new app, so if you want to go check that out and learn a little bit more about the weather, you can do that. But yeah, just a really cool thing. They all worth their certificates.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, an amazing initiative here. And I believe you can go to our website and to sign up for that. So if you've got teachers out there, go ahead, go to KRQE.com. Sign up for your class.
It's exciting.
You guys will not regret
I would have
it.
been thrilled if I had something like that when I was in elementary school.
Just a really cool thing to get to see the meteorologist in person, and then you get to ask them the questions, learn a lot.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might be molding the next meteorologist
That's
right
exactly
there. Light that flame, that fire.
Exactly. All right, everybody, up next, we're bringing people of all cultures together for a day of celebration.
That is what the Museum of International Folk Art is doing as part of their free community day. When we return, we're going to speak to its organizers and get all the details on that event.
That'll be a good conversation. First, though, we're going to give you a look inside our New Mexico Living Green Room, where we've got a couple people hanging out in there today.
Kind of a nice yellow tie.
I'm enjoying
there.
the tie.
Sir, is that a purple shirt with a yellow tie?
A look is being thrown down in the New Mexico Living Green Room.
A very fashionable one.
Goodwill of New Mexico is the proud coffee mug sponsor for New Mexico Living.
So the world is getting more and more expensive by the day. However, one New Mexico company is working to help you save a buck while making your home more energy efficient.
Yeah, that's right. Prosperity Works offers home assessments to see what retrofits your home needs the most in order to save power and money. That's something we could all use more of, right?
Absolutely.
So joining us from Prosperity Works is CEO Ann Lynn Hall and the Partner Development Manager for Solstice, Michael Mead. Guys, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Okay, the New Mexico Community Solar Program. What is it, and how did this all get started?
The Community Solar Program was started by legislation in New Mexico, the Senate Bill 84, which is the Community Solar Act. And it was established to help New Mexicans who wouldn't otherwise be able to access clean energy, such as rooftop solar, for a number of reasons. Whether they don't have the finances to install solar on their houses, they don't have adequate structure, meaning the rooftop won't accommodate solar panels.
Okay.
They're in a historic building, or any number of the other reasons that they can still access solar power from one of an approved solar farm built around the state, connected through the grid. So ultimately, the legislation enables developers to build large-scale solar arrays, deliver that energy through grid infrastructure, through the electrical lines, and send it to the homes and the businesses and organizations around New Mexico in qualifying grid territories, which is PNM, El Paso Electric, Xcel Energy, so that New Mexicans can access clean energy and also get a discount on their electric bills. So the main priorities of the program is around energy equity, so reducing the energy burden of New Mexicans, and of course renewable development throughout the state. So, in so doing, the state approved 200 megawatts of clean power to be produced by these 40 solar farms. They're about 30 acres in size.
Wow.
It's very
Yeah.
impressive. It sounds
Wow.
like this is removing barriers, right? Kind of at its core. It's making sure that it removes any potential barriers so people, like you said, can access that clean energy. And how does this program align with Prosperity Works and your mission and values?
For sure. We've been around for about 25 years, and our mission really is around ending poverty for families in our state. And one of the things that's important to us, we did some work here in Albuquerque, and we were working with about 300 households to lower their energy burden. And in those homes, 85% of those families were choosing to pay for their electricity before buying food, before buying medicine, or going to the doctor. So people were choosing to heat their homes before eating, so which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Michael talked about energy burden. In many families in our state, 30% of their annual income is going towards their utility bills. In middle income families, that's about 3%. And so we know that people are working hard to be able to pay for their basic necessities, and electricity shouldn't be one that you have to choose over your food. And so that's why we're partnering with on Community Solar to help people lower their electricity bills.
That's amazing.
So important, right? Let's talk about some maybe common misconceptions people have surrounding this program.
Yeah, so when folks hear solar in New Mexico, a lot of times going to come to their mind someone knocking on their door,
Yes.
asking, hey, do you want to purchase some solar panels to install on your roof?
Correct.
Community solar is very different.
Okay.
There's no equipment to purchase, there's no investment that has to be made. It is ultimately a program of bill savings. So for a household that might sign up for community solar, they're actually going to get bill credits on their electric bill discounted by 28%. So that's for an income qualified household. And I will let Ann Lynn speak to the qualifications for a household that can apply for community solar. But a business or a nonprofit, tribal organization, they can all apply and receive a 10% discount on those bill credits. So the misconceptions are, do I have to own my building? No. Renters, as Ann Lynn was saying, apartments can all apply and qualify for community solar.
Wow.
There's also the question there around like consumer protections. Like, does it cost anything to join? No. There's no cost to join. There's no cancellation fee if someone is not satisfied with their participation in the program. They can cancel. Ultimately, the subscription is a one-year subscription, so it will renew year to year, but folks can get off the program at any point.
Cleaner energy at no cost at all, and it's going to pull our costs down. Who wouldn't want that, right?
Yeah.
Who can qualify for this?
Yeah, great question. So income qualified households are anybody that is at 80% area median income. So a household of 4, that's $73,000 a year that somebody can make. And it's super fast and easy to sign up. Half of each project that Michael talked about, so there's 40 projects, half of each project is set aside for low-income households, and then the other half can go towards small businesses.
Wow.
So nonprofits, tribal organizations, businesses. And for any of those folks, just give us a call and we'll help get people signed up. It's fast and easy. You need to have your utility bill with you whenever you sign up. You can take pictures of it with your cell phone, all pages of the utility bill, or you can log into your utility company. We basically just need to see how much electricity somebody uses and what rate class they're in.
Wow.
Just ensuring that New Mexicans have access to clean electricity,
Amazing.
which is absolutely amazing. Where do we go online to learn a little bit more about what we talked about today?
Yeah, we just go to Prosperity Works website. It's www.prosperityworks.net. And we've got loads of information there. So if you want more information, you can check it out there, or you can sign up as well.
Absolutely incredible.
Cleaner energy right here in New Mexico. Who doesn't want that? Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. For more information on this entire interview, head over to krqe.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab.
Stay with us. There is more New Mexico Living when we return.
Garcia Subaru is the proud pet pick sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, time for the Garcia Subaru Pet Picks. Let's meet our pet of the day. Say hello to Maisie. Wow, Maisie is a kitten that belongs to Amity Chavez. Now, Amity says that Maisie has been in the family for 2 months now and has proven to be a very playful cat. Well, thank goodness she's playful and not crazy and doing wild things. Look at that cute face, though. Looks like an Aristocat low key. All right, if you would like for us to feature your pet, it's simple. Head over to krqe.com, click on the New Mexico Living tab, then click on the Send Us Your Pet Pics tab. Tell us all about your pet and submit a photo. Now let's send things over to Monica.
The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Making mental health care a priority across the country, more and more people struggle with their mental health. And here in New Mexico, the professionals over at Renew Health are working to change that by increasing access to care despite what is going on in our nation. Here today to talk with us more about healthcare here in New Mexico, and specifically mental health care, is owner and nurse practitioner of Renew Health, Trent Carter. Trent, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So there's a lot of changes that go on every day in the day-to-day in our nation, and we need to be in the know because a lot of times these legislative changes affect us here in New Mexico, maybe in greater ways than in other places across the country. Mental health care is such an important thing, but unfortunately, we're kind of seeing some changes that might be affecting people's eligibility or the coverage they're going to get. So I just kind of want to break that down today. So I'm going to read the question because I want to make sure I ask it right. But I want to know how you anticipate Medicaid, the work and eligibility requirements outlined under the Big Beautiful Bill. How is that going to affect rural New Mexicans that are struggling with mental health or substance abuse disorders?
It could potentially be a massive barrier.
Okay.
Look, these new guidelines that are going to be implemented, it's not that they don't want to do it for these rural New Mexicans, it's that sometimes the paperwork can be very strenuous or very confusing, and if they don't get it done, they could potentially lose their eligibility. And so it is going to be so important to have awareness. If you are someone that may be on that list, look, take action, try to get ahead of it so that way you don't lose eligibility.
What does that look like? May I ask what that means to take action so you don't lose your eligibility? What should they do?
I think first and foremost, they've got to be aware of what all is included in the Big Beautiful Bill.
Okay.
And then if you are someone that's, let's say, the work requirements, like if you're going to be an adult that's going to fall within the age range and now you're going to have these new work requirements, which I believe is 80 hours a month,
okay,
well, then you need to figure out what you need to do, and especially getting that paperwork in order ahead of time. You still have plenty of time, but so that way there is no lapse in coverage.
Absolutely. So just educating yourself, like you said, on what's in that bill so you can be proactive and not reactive. It would be horrible to find out that you no longer have your eligibility. So the bill does exempt mental health and substance abuse services from new Medicaid cost sharing. Mm-hmm. So with these massive coverage losses kind of projected, is the protection going to be enough to ensure people still can get care?
So I think that the fact that the cost sharing is included in there is fantastic.
Okay.
But look, if you lose your eligibility altogether, you're not going to benefit from that. So again, I think it's great that it's included in there and that he did write about that. But again, if you're going to lose your coverage, it really doesn't do you much good. So again, be aware of what's going on, educate yourself, and then take that action to where you don't fall into that.
Yeah, absolutely. That would just be terrible to find out that you're like, wait, I had this, and now when you need these services that you once were able to, that you no longer are eligible for, that could totally derail someone's day-to-day to be able to have the care that they need. So mental health care providers, they're already in a short supply here in New Mexico, especially in rural New Mexico. Yeah. Under the Big Beautiful Bill, is this going to affect our state's ability to get these licensed, therapists or counselors or addiction specialists, to recruit them, to retain them?
My opinion is yes.
Okay.
New Mexico already struggles with that in general. And so now if you have something like this that's implemented to where these rural clinics, they're not getting reimbursed for what the services that they're doing and that they're offering, right? Well, then they're not going to be able to recruit a licensed medical provider to then come into that area. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things that New Mexico should actually do different to try to increase that.
Yeah, so they're either going to have to drive really far to maybe find someone, or they're just going to have to forego their care.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, so this is a reality that we do not want to see here. So again, starting with the education, making sure that you're protecting yourself, or making sure those that you potentially care about that need mental health care, mental health services, making sure that they know their eligibility and their requirements. Let's talk about maybe some worries that you have regarding the bill and kind of what it means for mental and emotional well-being here in New Mexico. I want to talk about what worries you, but then I'd like to end on a positive note and talk about what you're hopeful for.
Sure. So what worries me is potential mental health crisis.
Mm-hmm.
If we do in fact have a lot of folks that are going to lose their eligibility, they're going to lose their coverage, now they're not getting the treatment that they had been getting, or if someone needs to get into treatment that they hadn't gotten yet, and now they no longer have the coverage, right? And so I'm afraid that we may see relapses, we may see overdoses, that we may see a spike in mental health crises. And I think they're also going to see the current system that we have being stressed. Because if you see some of these places close their doors or reduce the services that they offer, Well, these patients got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And so now what we have in place is going to be stressed because there's a massive increase.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, New Mexico, I think, in terms of the medical field, is already kind of a stretched thin space, and so any additional tension is really going to affect the patient, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
Do you have any hopes?
Yeah, New Mexicans are extremely resilient.
Yeah.
I think that we can find a way to get through it.
Yeah.
I think that we can. Again, I think it's going to be extremely important for that awareness and educating yourself, okay, to where you can, like you said earlier, be proactive and not reactive. And fortunately, I think New Mexicans are very good at that.
I think we are a very resilient people, and it's a beautiful thing to see that when things get tough, we don't just lay down and take it. We do find ways to rise above, and that is definitely admirable. Trent, for people that are watching this that are like, I don't know how to navigate what we just talked about, it's a lot, they want to reach out to you. Is there a place online where we can go and learn a little bit more? You have a new book that I know is aimed at helping people in their addiction recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. So renewhealth.com
Okay.
is how you would find our clinic. Again, we're statewide through telehealth. We have some physical locations in the southern part of the state as well. We actually have on staff what we call a patient success coordinator that is very knowledgeable and able to get people on Medicaid. So we're up to date in what's going on and helping folks navigate through this as well. And then the recovery tool belt for anybody that's struggling with substance abuse, for any loved one that has someone close to them that's struggling. This book is full of tips and tricks, and it's going to help save lives. It's going to get people through that.
Absolutely, and help them back to living the best life that
Yeah.
they can. Absolutely. Trent, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the work you're doing to help
Thank
New
you.
Mexicans. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Guys, for more information on everything we just talked about, you can head over to krqe.com and click on the New Mexico Living tab.
Slim Chickens is the proud kitchen sponsor for New Mexico Living.
It is guaranteed to be a good time. Santa Fe's Museum of International Folk Art is inviting you for a day full of music, food, art, and community connection.
Yeah, the theme of this year's Free Community Day is Gathering Seeds, Tending Roots. Now that's a nod to our state's climate and cultural resiliency. So here to tell us what guests can expect from their upcoming event is the museum's Director of Education and Outreach. That's Patricia Perea, and Executive Director of the Native Guitar Store, Jer Anderson. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
having
much.
us.
All right, and I remember we used to have a community day at my school in high school. We had community day t-shirts for it. It was really fun. We got out in the community, did a bunch of stuff. You guys are having an upcoming Free Community Day.
Exactly.
Talk to us about it.
Absolutely. So, in partnership with the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture and City of Santa Fe and New Mexico Arts, we've put together a free community day for everybody from across the state, so hopefully people can make it.
There we go.
Recognizing and honoring Santa Fe's 20th anniversary as a designation creative city by UNESCO.
Oh.
So from that, we were able to choose the theme of Gathering Seeds, Tending Roots, which focuses on cultural resiliency and climate adaptability.
Talk to us a little bit about why that was picked to be the theme and just how significant that is in the overall story of New Mexico.
Oh, absolutely. So, as you know, we are home to 23 federally recognized tribes and then Nuevo Mexicano communities that are centuries old, as well, as newer people coming in, newer diverse communities in other parts of the state. And so for us, it's important that people recognize, we are people who are continuing to practice thousands-year-old traditions and have adapted them into things that are new expressions of art form.
That's
So
beautiful.
for us,
Yeah.
that's what we really want to celebrate, is the ways we've continued on and created these amazing new visual expressions and musical expressions of art.
I love that.
It's a really beautiful thing right there. Talk to us about what attendees can expect at this community day. We show up, what are we in store for?
Yeah.
All right, well, first, see some amazing musicians
There we
that we're
go.
really looking forward to. Some great food trucks. So we have Ethiopian food, we have Native American fusion. We even have the toasted cheeser, which if you're not wanting to get too exotic, you can have some grilled cheeses.
Okay.
She was just talking about how she wanted a grilled cheese and tomato soup
You read
today.
my mind.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly, right?
Okay,
And
so
so-
delicious food
Exactly.
is going to be there for
And
sure.
then Paleteria Oasis, which is paletas or ice cream. So we'll have that. We'll have panel presentations. So some of the most well-known artists in the state, Diego Romero from Cochiti Pueblo, Jason Garcia from Capo Owenge, Jordan Wax from Lone Pinon, Rashawn Ahmad from Vital Spaces, the New Mexico Acequia Association will be there as well. So all of these will be conversations that we'll be talking about, traditional embroidery, tin work, seed saving and clay pots, like all of this stuff that's really important to our communities.
And stuff to, continue to educate the public
Oh,
on,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, these are going to be really wonderful conversations. I do want to talk about the music aspect of it,
For
though,
sure.
and just what people are in store for. We were talking about it a little bit before we came on air. Who can we expect to see perform at this event, Jer?
Yeah, we're super excited this year, and thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a
it'll
privilege.
be myself. I am also a performer. We go under the name Jer Project. We'll also have from Santa Clara Pueblo, Ailani. She's an amazing songwriter. The Zuni Lola Maidens, a dance group. Felix y los Gatos, as well as Jordan Wax and Viva Mexico.
Wow. So a long list of people to look forward to see.
Delicious food, amazing music, and it's just going to be a fantastic time for everybody to get out and enjoy. Who's sponsoring this event?
So it's New Mexico Arts, Museum of International Folk Art, Museum of Indian Arts and Culture, City of Santa Fe, UNESCO, and Department of Cultural Affairs.
Amazing.
So it's a big old group.
It's
A
going to be
wonderful
amazing.
collaboration. to
Everyone
bring this
is
to life.
invited to come out. It is recommended that you register, but you do not have to do that to show up.
Right.
You can just show up, but it is recommended you do register. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. This is going to be a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, lots to look forward to.
All right, for more information on this entire interview, head over to KRQE.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab.
Stay with us. We will be right back.
Albuquerque Florist is the proud set flowers sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, guys, New Mexico's premier Latin ska band is dropping some fresh new music.
That's right. Fresh off their first West Coast tour, Los Domingueros is dropping their first album featuring music by folks who've worked with some of the biggest artists of modern times. So joining us to discuss their new album is Los Domingueros singer and songwriter Josue Urrutia with Dino and Dino on the bass as well. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for
us
being
today.
here
Having
today.
us.
All
Thank you
right.
for having us.
Great
course.
to have Los Domingueros in the house. Before we get into everything, how did you guys form? How
Yeah,
did
let's
this
hear your
band
story.
come to be?
I rolled my car over 4 years ago.
Oh, gosh.
And got me in just a really bad headspace. Fell into a really bad depression. Wow. So I started playing in parties, playing guitar, getting back and playing and singing, and then they hired me for a gig. But they told me, hey man, we don't do any of the singer-songwriter stuff. You need to get a band. And so it was just like, I was super excited and super cocky and super confident. Called all my buddies, and somehow it came together in a week.
I love that.
And then the band
a
was
really
formed.
organic story, kind of just how you guys have formed. Do you play Latin ska, but without horns? How does this work?
Well, ska.
Oh, I'll let you, because
This
is your baby right here.
Well, ska. So the thing about ska is just about the upbeat. So
Okay.
ska is because of the sound.
Okay.
So there are a lot of like. It's kind of funny when people tell me, hey, I've never heard of a ska band without horns, and I tell them, you've never heard of Sublime before? You know, so it's just about the rhythm, and for some weird reason it drives me crazy, and I've based most of my life on a upbeat, so I love it.
I like
There
that.
we go.
I like that.
Let's talk about the new album, right? You guys have a new album. There's some pretty awesome collaborations here with this. Talk to us about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Dino. Do you want to open?
Okay, I'll let you open it, because he's the mastermind behind
Dino's
the
going
band.
to let Josue do all the
Dino's gonna
talking.
pepper in some stuff.
Dino's being humble, but Dino, there's a cool story with a cover. So the new album that's going to come out, it's going to be our debut album.
Yay!
It's been almost 4 years in the making. Wow. It's partially recorded, some parts here. A lot of it was recorded in Southern California. It's called Nantli, which means mother in Nahuatl, which is the Aztec language. And it's basically dedicated to my mom.
Aww.
So my mom, she died of cancer, and she always dreamed of seeing her boy go back into music.
Wow.
And this is kind of like my gift to her. Oh my gosh. And it's 10 tracks of like, I mean, it's like, man, were we drunk when we wrote this or something? Because we got ska punk, we got Latin ska, we got English Cali reggae, we got rocksteady, we have cumbia,
Wow.
we have guapango, we have ska metal. And the cool part about the album cover is it's a picture of this volcano that's super important to the Aztecs. It's called Popocatépetl and Tepetl, sorry. And Dino, last year we went to Puebla, Mexico, and he took a picture of these like fields of cempasúchil, the flower of the dead. And you see the volcano in the background. So what we did is Dino grabbed a picture of my mom's favorite doll that she added in her hands when she passed away. and Dino put her in there. And so it's kind of cool because when you look at the cover, it's like I'm looking at my mom or the doll, and behind that is a volcano. Behind the volcano is Mexico City, which to the Aztecs was the center of the universe. So it's kind of like a super personal cover for me to look at it and say, this is like a piece of my heart. I'm looking at the most important things.
Absolutely. You like took your heart out of your body, put it on a tangible thing that people can enjoy, and I think it's safe to say that your mom would be unbelievably proud.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How
Absolutely.
cool.
Really quickly, you have an album release party. When is it? Give us the details.
Album release party is going to be, there's going to be 3 days, but the 2 that are more important, Friday next week, so the September 19th is going to be in El Paso, Texas. And then Saturday, the 20th, is going to be here in Albuquerque. It's going to be at Unhinged Brewery. We're going to have DC doing, DC Soul Shakedown is going to be the DJ. We're going to have the Rocksteady Pickups. We're going to have La Chapuza from El Paso, Texas. We're going to have, of course, Los Domingueros. Shark Suit is coming out of retirement. They're a great reggae band that existed in Albuquerque before the pandemic.
Okay.
And I'm forgetting somebody.
But there's a social media.
Yeah.
There's a social media that we can follow, correct?
Exactly.
What is
we got
the social media?
Facebook. Follow us on Facebook under Los Domingueros, and Instagram under the Los Domingueros band.
All
So
right.
those are 2 social medias. We got a YouTube, but Instagram and Facebook seems to be our more to go to.
All right.
Perfect.
Los Domingueros, you guys, 4 years in the making. That new album's coming out. Don't go anywhere, though, because after the break, these boys are going to perform for us. Lucky us. Don't go anywhere.
The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
From the Bill Anderson studio on the County Line stage.
Performing their original song, Back to You, ladies and gentlemen, Los Domingueros.
What's up, New Mexico? Something about the way she drives me mad. Crying over dishes and the things I forgot. Wait until I'm cozy in my bed. Just ask me for a drink of a, or even a sign. She bends her eyes and thinks that she can pull a fast one on me. Those big old brownies got me feeling kind of woman, but who am I kidding? She knows that I love her anyway, no matter, cause all that leads back to you. So don't worry, cause I do the same to you. As always, we find a way to do all the things that lead me right back to you. Ska! Every time she picks, she makes a mess. She's alright, she's alright, she's alright, she's alright. Well, all the freaking plans to me were stretched. She's alright, she's alright, she's alright, she's alright. She's always finding ways to build a house. She's alright, with more John. She's alright, she's alright. Until she found a way to lead me back to this side. She's alright. She bats her eyes and thinks that she can pull a fast one on me. It gets annoying, really. Why won't you grow up already? Guess I'm doomed to put up with that bully all my days. Don't matter, cause all that leads back to you. Don't worry, cause I do the same to you. As always, we find a way to do all the things that lead me right back to you. All those things lead back to you, and all of my dreams lead back to you, and all roads will lead me back to you, and for all my days I'll be next to you. And that's the right thing that she can pull a fasten on me. It's annoying, really. Why don't you go up already? Sometimes I think the road gets kind of hard and kind of lonely. Then I think of my chiquita, it drives me crazy. Who my kid? She knows that I love her anyway, no matter, cause all that leads back
New Mexico United Fan Picks is sponsored by UNM Los Alamos.
Time for our New Mexico United fan pick of the day.
Yeah, today's fan pick was sent in by Brian Gotti. So this photo was taken at Bosque Brewing Company. That is where some United fans met up to cheer on our boys when they played against the Charleston Battery.
We love Bosque.
We do, yeah, we do.
Very delicious. Look at all of those people
all
right
together
there.
to support the United.
They said that despite the tough loss, energy in the building was electric throughout the entire match, which is not shocking when it comes to New Mexico United right there. Really fun watch party. You ever been to a United watch party before?
I've been to a few United games. I don't know if I've ever gone to a designated watch party. Maybe once. I think you and I actually went to Star Brothers with a couple people from here, and we watched them, I believe, in the playoffs a few years ago.
Okay, that was so much fun.
That was the only one I've been to, though.
Caught the game last night as well. United won 4-0.
Yep. Amazing.
4-0, a little blowout
really
there at the lab.
Game,
yeah, fantastic stuff. Thank you for sending in these pictures, guys. If you would like for us to feature your New Mexico United fan pick, it's super simple. Head over to krqe.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab, then click on the Send Us Your New Mexico United fan picks tab. Tell us all about your picture and hit submit.
All right, guys, if you missed anything or you want to see more of today's show,
it's really easy. Head over to krqe.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab. That is where you can look at our catalog of pet picks, interviews, links for our guest appearances, local events calendar, so much more. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day.
The band was great.
Really
good. Los Domingueros.
Los Domingueros. They're having that album release party on the 20th, I believe.
Yeah, so 19th in El Paso, 20th here in town.
Yes.
It's just going to be like a little music festival and going to be a good time.
4 years in the making, that album.
It'll be
4 years, and this is their debut album.
Exciting to release it.
First of many to come, I think, for those boys.
Probably, yeah.
Great stuff.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great day.